Hi, this is Susie Evans with Yoga Voyager. This class is for grades 3 to 5, and we're going to do a Hatha style class today. So most people think of yoga as the poses. Most people don't understand it's actually about the breath. So we're going to go into something called Ujjayi Pranayama, and it's called the breath of victory. And we're going to take this breath with us throughout the yoga practice because this breath has a lot of important reasons. And we're going to begin doing that by putting the left hand onto the heart, the right hand onto the stomach, and we're going to close the eyes. We're going to breathe deeply in and out through the nose. You're going to feel that breath in the back of the throat, but you're also going to hear that breath. That breath sounds like an ocean rolling on and off the shore. This breath is very relaxing. It's going to keep us centered, keep us calm while we're doing yoga. So it's really important to stay connected to this breath. You'll hear me remind you a lot throughout the class to stay connected to that breath. So it's warming us up a little bit. Take a few more breaths, and then we're going to begin in Sun Salutation A. 5,000 years ago, the Indians over in Asia actually did these salutations when they did yoga to help warm the body up. And 5,000 years later, there's not a better way to warm the body up than those sun salutations. So if the eyes are still closed, go ahead and open the eyes. I'm going to take you through a sun salutation together. So we're going to face the front of the mat. We're going to inhale the hands up. We're going to reach for the length, maybe lean back a little bit. And exhale, bringing the hands on down towards the legs. Maybe you can come down to the ground, whatever feels comfortable to you. Hanging your head down like a rag doll, stretching the back of that body. You're going to inhale, putting the hands onto the shins to stretch the back. And as you exhale, we're going to come into plank position. So you can either be onto the knee or the toes, or you can come onto the knees, whatever feels good to you. And then exhale on down, nice and slow. You're going to uncurl the toes as you inhale into a gentle cobra. Then you're going to curl the toes into down dog. Dropping the chin towards the collarbone, feeling the strength and stability in the hands and the feet. Just enjoying that as a full body stretch, the whole back of the body. It feels really good. Do one more. We're going to look between the hands, either walk or gently hop on up. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, coming down. Inhaling, coming up. Reaching for that length, maybe stretching back. Palms together, exhaling down to heart center. We're going to do one more to warm up our body. We're going to inhale the hands up, reach for that length. Exhale, come on down, nice and slow. We're going to inhale, take the heart on out with the hands on the shins. We're going to come back into plank position, so take your time. Stepping back, again, you can be on the knees if you need to be. And then exhale on down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, come into down dog, dropping the chin towards the collarbone. Still breathing in and out through that nose. Just hold this for a few breaths. Maybe you've been walking our dog, lifting opposite heels, coming up, stretching the back of those legs. Go ahead and look forward. Either walk or hop on up. Bring your hands onto the shins. As you inhale, exhale down. Inhale the hands up. Reaching for that length, maybe leaning back. Palms together, exhaling down to heart center. We're going to continue moving on. We're going to go into chair pose. So we're going to inhale the hands up. We're going to reach for that length, and exhale, we're going to bend the knees. The knees are over the ankles and not over the toes. The weight of the body's in the heels. You can actually lift those front toes up to know that you're doing the pose properly. If it hurts the shoulders, reach those arms forward. Either way, reaching them forward or up will be good for that upper back. We're still connected, those deep breaths in and out through that nose. Go ahead and inhale the hands up. We're going to float the left hand down. We're going to go into half moon by inhale, lengthening. Exhaling, moving towards the left side of the room, stretching the right side of the body. Come on back with that hand, flipping those hands. Inhaling with that Left hand up and exhale, coming over to the right side, stretching the left side of the body. Come on back to the center, reach the hands up, interlace the fingers and press up. Just getting a nice stretch of the fingers and the hands. And exhaling those hands on down. We're going to continue our flow to get a little cardio. So the left foot's the front foot. We're stepping back with the right foot, but the hips right here are going to be squared towards the front of that mat. Go ahead and inhale the hands up as we go into Warrior One, and exhale, bending that knee. The knee is over the ankles, it's not over the toes, and the ears, shoulders, and hips are stacked. So we're breathing strong. You can feel like in the energy from the earth coming all the way to the tops of our hands. We're strong warriors here. This strengthens the front of that top of the leg, that left hip, the left glutes, the inside of that right leg, and the shoulders and upper back muscles. We're going to go into Warrior Two on the other side by keeping the hands lifted up, just turning the feet back. Hips are squared towards the back of that mat. Take an inhale, exhale, bending that right knee. Again, the knee is over the ankles, the ears, shoulders, and hips are stacked. We're still breathing in and out through the nose. Now we can feel that on the right side of the body. Our bodies are asymmetrical. They're going to feel different. So now we're feeling it on the right hip, the right front of the thigh, the right glute, the inside of that left leg. We're going to come back to the other side and flow right into Warrior Two. We're bringing the arms out like wings. We're going to look over the left shoulder, the elbow, that left middle finger. Take an inhale and bend the left knee. So doing Warrior Two, it kind of takes it out of that low back into the front thigh. You're going to feel it more on the top of the thigh than you did Warrior One. You're still breathing nice and deep. Keeping the hands where they're at, just change the feet, and then gently bend that right knee. You're looking over the right shoulder, you're looking over the right elbow, that right middle finger. Come on back. We're going to go into something called triangle pose. So we're going to take an inhale, we're going to hinge at the left hip, bringing the hand onto the top of the leg, not the knee, the upper shin, or maybe down to the ankle. Looking down at the left foot is easiest. Looking towards the wall will challenge you. Those of you that love to play with balance, you can look up at that lifted hand. Choices are nice. This is strengthening the back, that left leg, and the core on the right side called the obliques. Come on up. Keep the arms where they're at, just changing the toes. We're going to hinge with the right hip, take an inhale, hinging down. Either coming on to that top of the thigh, that upper leg or lower leg, reaching that left hand up. Again, looking down at the right foot is easiest. Looking towards the wall will challenge you. And if you love to play with balance, you can look up at the lifted hand. Again, you get to make choices here. Slowly come back, continuing our flow. We're going to go into something called extended right angle. So we're going to look over that left shoulder, the elbow, the middle finger. It's a combination of Warrior Two and triangle. So take an inhale and bend the knee, that left knee. So we're into Warrior Two, but we're going to go into extended right angle. Just like in triangle, we hinge forward with that left hip, bring either your hand or the forearm onto the leg and lift that right hand up. But we're going to do something different. We're going to get a nice stretch of the right side of the body by having the right palm face forward. We're going to reach that arm gently. You're going to feel those muscles engaged on the right side of the body. We're still connected to those nice deep breaths in and out through that nose. Come out slowly. Go ahead and straighten that left leg. Keep the arms out. We're going to go into extended right angle again. Again, look over the right shoulder, elbow, right middle finger. Take an inhale and bend the right leg. We're going to hinge with the hips. Take an inhale, hinge forward, either bringing the right hand or the forearm up and lifting the left hand up. We're going to have the left palm face towards the room. We're going to reach that gently. Getting a nice stretch on the left side of that body. Come on up with the hand. We're going to come back to the side. We're going to go into reverse triangles. So we're going to keep the legs straight. The right hand's going to come onto the right hamstring. The left hand's going to come up. We're going to slowly come up. And just get a nice, gentle stretch. You can lean straight up and down. You can lean back a little bit. Again, you can personalize this. Just giving those front thighs a little break before we go on to our final standing pose after this. Go ahead and bring the arms like wings. Go ahead and turn forward with that right foot. Now take the left hand onto the left hamstring. The right hand slowly comes up. Reaching up. Again, different sides of the body. You can reach straight up and down. You can lean back a little bit. It's a great stretch of the front of that body. Come back with the arms like wings. We're going to turn the feet. We're going to do a reverse warrior. So take an inhale, bending the left leg. Just like we did with reverse triangle, have the right hand on the right hamstring. Left palm faces up and slowly come up. Again, you can reach straight up and down. You can lean back a little bit more. That's up to you. Go ahead and straighten the leg. Have the arms out like wings. Change the position of the feet. Take an inhale and bend the right knee. Dropping the left hand onto the left hamstring. The right palm comes up and slowly come up. Again, you can reach straight up and down. You can lean back a little bit. Those are all options. Go ahead and straighten the front leg. Come back to the center and scissor those feet on in. We're going to play with a little balance. We're going to start with something called tree pose. So the left foot's going to be the standing foot, so we're going to put the weight of the body into that. We're going to lock the abdominals. It's going to help with balance. We're going to look on the floor here, because if we look straight ahead or up, it makes it far more difficult. Bring the hands in prayer position. You've got choices here. If you've never done yoga before, maybe just putting your right heel on the left ankle is perfect for you. If you have done yoga before, you feel confident that you can bring the foot up, go ahead and do that. You can stay here with your hands if you're looking to challenge yourself a little bit more. You can take those hands on up, interlacing the finger, but the index finger and thumb. Stay connected to that breath. Bring the hands back in prayer position and slowly come down. Nice and slow. And release. Now we're going to switch the weight of the body into that right foot. Again, your core is going to be locked. You're going to find that focal point onto the ground. Hands in prayer position whenever you're ready. Again, if you're a beginner, bringing that left heel on the right ankle is perfect for you. But if you're leaning a little bit more, you can bring that foot up, but don't have the foot on the knee. And if you're looking for a little bit more, you can take the hands on up, interlace the fingers, but the index finger and thumb come into steeple pose. Go ahead and bring the hands back in prayer position. To exhale the hands down and release. Great job. Now we're going to come down onto the mat and do some seated exercise. So go ahead and just take your time. We're going to come on down. We're going to strengthen our abdominals. We're going to do something called boat pose. So the hands are under the shoulders, the chest is propped up. Bring the hands behind the back of the legs and lean up, but keep the chest propped. Now if you can't lift up both feet, my suggestion is to bring up the left foot. So either bring up the left foot or both feet and reach those arms forward. Press that belly into the spine. Go ahead and give yourself a hug. Drop the chin on down. Close the eyes. Stay connected with that breath. We're going to do one more. If the eyes are closed, slowly come back up. We're going to do it one more time, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to prop our chest up. Bring the hands in the back of the leg. If you can lift up both feet, go ahead. If you can't, just lift up the right foot. And then reach those arms forward. Slowly give yourself a hug, drop the chin on down and breathe. And go ahead and open the eyes. We're going to do something called table, which is going to strengthen our back muscles. So have your hands underneath the shoulders. Fingers can point out to the side, in front of you, or behind you, whatever feels comfortable to you. I want you to personalize this. I like it with my fingers pointing out, but I want you to do what you like to do. Very slowly lift the hips up. You're going to feel this in the upper back, the back of those arms. Just rest the neck, just relax. Stay connected to that breath. And slowly come down, nice and slow. We're going to go ahead and extend the legs out in front of us. We're going to stretch the back of the body by inhaling the hands up. And exhale, bringing your hands towards the toes. They don't have to touch the toes. You can flex your feet towards you. You drop the chin towards the collarbone and just relax. Again, we're stretching the whole back of that body. And then come out of this, I like to walk my hands up. That's easier on that low back. And relax. Then we're going to do, I'll call this seated tree. So the left leg is going to extend. The right leg comes on in. Kind of like we did a standing tree earlier. Now we're doing a seated tree. So we're going to take the hands up and reach. We're going to bring the hands back down towards the toes. We're going to flex those left toes. Allowing the chin to come down. This is going to get the inner legs engaged of that right leg. Go ahead and walk the hands on up. Extend the right leg. We're going to come seated tree on the other side. We're going to flex the right toes, take the arms on up. We're going to bring the hands onto the legs. You don't have to touch the toes. You can flex the toes towards you. Bring the chin on down. And breathe. Slowly walk the hands on up and bring both feet together. So we go into something called bound cobbler. Maybe even taking the hook of the two fingers, lifting, feeling the head extend towards the ceiling, and maybe leaning slightly forward, dropping the chin down. So stretching the spine, the outer hips of the right and left leg, getting the inner legs. Bring the hands onto the feet, press on up, put the hands on the outside and slowly come back. We're going to go ahead and lay on down, but we're going to come onto our stomachs first because we're going to continue to strengthen the back muscles. So come on down. We're going to do something called locust position. The arms are going to come behind us. The palms are facing down on the mat. The toes are uncurled. We're going to begin by reaching the hands up, reaching the shoulders up. Now maybe that's enough for you, but if you're looking for more, you can reach those back feet up and pull the feet away from the body. This is strengthening all the muscles in the back of the body. And slowly come on down. Opposite hand, opposite elbow. We're going to go into crocodile. And just allow the head to turn towards the right. Close the eyes. Stay connected to that breath. We're going to do one more. Go ahead and open the eyes. Bring the hands down. And the palms are down. And slowly lift up the hands, shoulders, the chest, maybe the feet. Reach the feet away from the body. And slowly come on down. Go ahead and opposite hand, opposite elbow. Go ahead and turn the head towards the left. Eyes are closed and relaxed. Go ahead and have the hand under the shoulders. Just as we did the cobra earlier, slowly come up to get a little back extension. The glutes are relaxed, the toes are uncurled, elbows are towards the body. Take a few breaths. And slowly come down. Go ahead and come onto the backs. We're going to stretch the legs. We're going to have the soles of the feet onto the mat. We're going to bring the left ankle onto the right quadricep. We're going to flex that foot. The arms are going to be out to the side with the palms down. Just close your eyes. Go ahead and float the hands on down. Go ahead and hug that left knee in. Now you can keep the sole of the right foot onto the mat, or you can extend that leg, allowing the right heel to come onto the mat. And the eyes are closed, just a different way to stretch those hips. Go ahead and release that left foot, allowing the sole of the left foot to come onto the mat. Go ahead and put the right ankle onto that left thigh, flexing that right foot towards that right knee. This time we have the arms out like wings with the palms facing up. This is a different variation. This is getting underneath the shoulder, underneath the arms. The eyes are closed. Go ahead and float the hands to either side of the body. Go ahead and hug that right knee in. You can keep the sole of that left foot on the mat, or you can extend it on out, allowing the left heel to come onto the mat. Again, you get to choose. I want it to feel really good for you. Right, go ahead and bring both knees in. This is for that low back. Now, some people like to massage the tailbone and some people do not. So if that's not right for you on your low back, just stay where you're at. If you like to go side to side, feel free to go side to side. It kind of massages that back a little bit. Rocking side to side, gently stop. Take a couple more nice deep exhales. Go ahead and release the legs. Again, the soles of the feet can be on the mat, or if you prefer to extend the legs on out, feel free to do that. Take the arms up and overhead and raise corners of both of the mouth up and smile. You did a great job today. Now we're going to come into something called Savasana or resting pose. So allow the arms to come to either side of the body. Close the eyes, and we're just going to take a couple of minutes here to deeply relax. So our breath is not deep in and out through the nose anymore. It's a natural rhythm of your breath. You're relaxed, you're calm, and you're comfortable. It's during this time that great healing actually takes place within our bodies. Everything we just did, the deep breaths in and out through the nose, those poses have brought us to this time. It's called conscious relaxation. We're not falling asleep here. We're fully awake, but we're totally relaxed. Very slowly open the eyes. Very carefully come back up into a comfortable seated position. The hands in prayer position. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming and spending part of your day with me. Thank you very much. Namaste.